Okay, hello everybody. Thanks for coming to this presentation today. It's a real pleasure for me to be in Visio with you, representing Naval Group to this Choose France career fair. I am François-Régis Boulevert. I am a naval architect and engineer. Since a long time, I work on submarine, frigates, and aircraft carrier. Today, I am at the heart of the worldwide innovation, which is really in the DNA of Naval Group for more than 400 years. I am the International Scientific Cooperation Director of Naval Group, which is, as you see, the European leaders in naval defense. I will start by giving an overview of our field of competencies, our worldwide footprints, and our innovation roadmap. Then I will leave the floor to the head of Singapore Naval Group R&D Centers of Excellence, Denis Gallieu, for some details of hers. First, European leaders in naval defense, but still an understandable company. So next slide, please. We are not Airbus or Boeing. Okay, I think we need to go to the next slide, but I do not manage. As I say, we are not Airbus or Boeing. 15,000 people are working today in Naval Group. We have a 30.7 billion euro revenue, something near 6 billion Singaporean dollars turnover, and 8.5 order books, increasing every year since 2015. For 2020, sure, we have the COVID impact and it will decrease. But as we have done 2019 exceptional years, it should be without much to impact for us. And we hope that things will come back in 2021. In fact, today, customer only postpones their order, they do not cancel it. In fact, we have 50 customer Navy around the world, and we are part of Global Compact. Global Compact is a United Nations label for company values system, so integrity, responsibility to people and the planet, but also setting clearly the stage for long-term success. Two last comments on this slide. We invest 3.1% of our revenue in R&D, and also about the shareholders, we are government shareholding agency for 62%. The other shareholders are Thales, 35%, and employee. Next slide. As I told you, Naval Group is present internationally and is partnering in many countries, keeping the compliance and global compact value in mind. The proximity we are looking for is to be near our customer and to understand their need. It is clearly our policy, the policy of Naval Group is to be customer-centric and then bring good answer using technology to answer this need. In your area, you see that we are in Singapore, and that started 15 years ago with the Delta class frigate. You are potentially too young, but if you are a fan of James Bond film, you can see the Lafayette class frigate in the 1995 GoldenEye movie. It was a very big success of Naval Group, and this success led to the Delta class in Singapore. As I said already, we are customer-centric, and we are anticipating the operation need of tomorrow. Navy crew of tomorrow, we are convinced, and you know that, young fellow, Navy crew of tomorrow will not have the same crew of today crew, will not have the same needs. So we need to be prepared and to give them the best machine to do things. We are working quite importantly on the main machine interface, and technology is moving, people are moving, and we need to bring that together. We prepare clearly the integration of new technology, which are running very, very fast. You know that in Singapore, especially with students in the best university. In fact, we develop innovations to answer these needs using the best technology available. Next slide, we bring three main advantages to our customer. Sustainability at sea, to stay at sea in a complete safety and for a long time when people deploy. They are quite far from their harbor and they need to be autonomous. We offer information superiority in order to know sooner and better with more details than the others around. And finally, we bring engagement superiority with a stealth, robust shield, including cyber domain. With these two main advantage, clearly our customer have the global superiority in the domain. And that is really important. Next slide is an illustration of the complexity of our product. To build a SSBN, you need to put together more than 1 million components compared to a car, Boeing. It is massive. You see on the screen that it is clearly something that it's another scale of magnitudes. Same kind of example at the bottom of the slide, when you compare a line of code or software for anti-air frigates, FREDA is an anti-air warfare frigate with 25 million line of codes, which is also something like massive. You imagine that you have some very, very interesting work to do in different domains. Communication, sensors, material, human factors, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, cyber, autonomous system, and so on. Clearly, to do that kind of things, we invest in all of this technology. Next slide. In fact, we are French, and we built all the big ships of the French Navy. So SSBN, SSN, aircraft carrier, frigates, but we built also quite impressive ships abroad too. So in Brazil, India, Australia for submarine. In Australia, as you surely know, we just started a very important adventure to design and then build 12 submarines. That will be the attack class submarine. But we will not only design and build, we will also maintain and upgrade in order to keep the operational superiority for all the through life of the submarine. So we just started 50 years cooperation, at least. So you imagine it could be all work life working on something and giving the maturity of technology and upgrading things. And so we never finish when you work on that kind of topics. On surface ship, we are very innovative too. I spoke about the Delta class and the Lafayette class. We are more recently built ship for Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. In Europe too, it's not on the slide, but we create a brand new concept for mine warfare with mothership and UXV. We have USV, which are going into minefield, UUV, which are tracking and destroy mine, and UAV, which monitor all the operation and get the info back to the mothership, with the crew staying outside the dangers. This work on autonomous system working together is also a big challenge that we face with success, and that will be improved also in the coming years. I arrive to the next slide on the innovation domain. In fact, our innovation is based on 3 pillars. The scientific pillar, with partnering with university and research centers. And it's very important. So working with university, with scientific is very important. We invest in research to do innovation. We should open quite soon an international research lab in Australia with French research agency and 4 university that we call the Crossing area. We will work also with an Nanyang Technological University in the next year, and we work from time to time with NUS too. So that's a pillar, first pillar, very important. We have a second pillar, which is the startup pillars, to be quick and easy on innovation. Then we have the industry pillar to develop these good things. So we have good idea, we startup, turn to innovation, and to develop innovation, we are doing by ourselves, or we partners with some local industry, and we develop things. In France, 1,500 persons are working on the innovation domain. And clearly, this innovation is at the cornerstone of our plan. We have a new CEO, and he decided a transformation plan, which is called 2025. And this transformation plan is based also on 4 pillars, and one of these pillars is clearly the innovation. So that's very, very important. And innovation, as I said at the beginning, is the DNA of Naval Group, and we change all the products that we're working on in. So we are working with more than 40 partners in 85 technical area of expertise. We have partnership with university research centers all around the world. The 3.1% you see already. Clearly, this innovation approach is fully open, but still need a quite structured order in order to be efficient. We are not United States, which are able to spend millions without result. We want results, so that's why it's quite a structured approach. I will go to the next slide. In fact, this structural approach is based on six priorities. These six priorities allow us to answer the customer needs, as I say at the beginning. So first, I will start with a smart ship. In fact, we design a ship. Ship will it's 5 to 10 years to design and develop a new ship. Then the ship will have 30 years long life. So you imagine the technology will run faster than that. So we need to build the ship from the beginning, thinking about the new technology that we need to integrate and that will integrate into the ship. So it's a smart ship from the beginning to be able to integrate, to have all the intelligence at the beginning and integrate new technology. This ship is never alone. It's always connected to other ships, to aircraft. So that's why we have a second priority, which is the smart naval forces, in order to clearly have the coordination and connectivity with all outside world of the ship. So that's the second priority, smart naval forces. And then we have the third priority, which is smart availability. In fact, yes, we want to be sustainable at sea, for our customer, and give them the global view of the ship. So to have intelligence maintenance, remote maintenance, and so on. So that is totally a smart availability, and the people have to be confident in their ship. Another priority is what we call blue ship. In fact, we take care of the environment, but also we want to be efficient and optimize the energy on board. Energy on board is very crucial, so we design smart naval grids to have an optimized energy on board. And to finish, now I have two other topics. One is about the invulnerable ship. Yes, as I said, the ship should be to have the good radar protection signatures, cyber protection, and so on. So invulnerable ship to be able to engage and resist to any engagements. And I will finish by the sixth priority, which is a smart industry, not to have the tools ourselves to do the ship, the smart ship. So shipyard to design and build efficiently the ship of tomorrow, and to always increase and have our workforce to do the work with the real efficiency. We are working, for example, on exoskeleton, on a robot blast and paint robot, in order to have something very efficient and a workforce which is really not have too difficult job. I will finish and leave the floor to Denis Gagneux, who just arrived in Singapore as head of the R&D Center of Excellence that we created just last year. So we really invest a little more in Singapore, and we are very confident that working with a Singapore student and Singapore research ecosystem will bring a very new innovation in our domains. Denis, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, François-Régis. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Denis Gagneux. I am the head of Naval Group Center of Excellence in Singapore, as François-Régis say. I just joined Singapore a week ago, so I am very enthusiastic to work here in a dynamic and cutting-edge technology area. And I will try to explain in a few words what is the Center of Excellence in Singapore. So, The Center of Excellence is fully included in the innovation strategy and research of development of the group. Our mission is to be an innovative player in the maritime environment with laboratory, university, SME, and other industry. And a second mission is to be a business accelerator in Singapore for the group. The Center of Excellence is focused activities on the three in digitalization field on three domains. The first one is artificial intelligence for vessel on board navigation aids and marine autonomous systems. We also study interaction between the system and operator through innovative man-machine interface. So for digitalization, system connection is a real challenge, both for inside vessel communication and for a fleet. So this is why our second domain handle data exchange and data protections. And in few words, the last topic is about additive manufacturing, organic and metallic field for, of course, naval applications. So in this area, the Center of Excellence offers 3 internships. The first one will take place in France through a joint collaboration between the Embassy of France in Singapore, French companies, and Singaporean universities. This internship will start in July of the next year. It's open to any nationality, of course, but must be enrolled in any of the 6 Singaporean universities. Of round-trip ticket, accommodation assistance, and translation will be provided. So as you can see on the presentations, the application is not open, but it will be open in the next year, and you can apply in a dedicated platform. You will find the link in the presentations, and you can find also in the link some details of the internships we can finish in the future. This was the first internship. The Center of Excellence offer also a second internship which takes place in Singapore. The subject is decision-making support through artificial intelligence for operator in ship navigation. This subject is directly related to Innovation Center of Excellence and directly connected to research activity from Naval Group. These internships include several activities, of course. The first activity is a state-of-the-art of artificial intelligence about framework and also hardware targets. The trainee need to propose a neural network architecture. You need to implement and test at least one algorithm, and he should contribute to developing a support algorithm for operate to make precise anti-collision decision systems. So we are looking for some student to be a trainee with some technical skills, as is writing on the slides. Of course, we're looking for some skills in computing, in artificial intelligence. For example, we're looking for some trainee with skills in TensorFlow or Python or other languages for computing. And we have a team, first team in the Center of Excellence to support this trainee. And of course, we have a team in France with a specialist who will be able to support trainee during the internship. The Center of Excellence will offer a second subject. This is the third internship. It's about the chatbot. So we try to develop a project in order to decide how chatbot can help operator in board the ship. The goal is to accurate and effective man-machine interaction through deep neural language processing and conversational flow design. So it's a very tricky subject because today there is only simple interfaces on board through operator, through an HMI with a button, with a window interfaces. We try to innovate into this interface and to elaborate interface of tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, of course, and to reduce and to have a better understanding between the man and the machine. So the internship will include several activities. Of course, we will find architecture design, framework studies, and construction of artificial intelligence for a chatbot, and activities where the trainee need to propose tools and system improvement to drive data fusion and analysis. So this is a short description about our internships. So if you need more information, you can visit our website, and of course we are here to answer to your questions, and you can communicate to us some questions to have more details about Center of Excellence activity or about internship descriptions or other questions. So thank you very much to have followed this video, and we see in the few time about question and answer session.